Hello folks, and welcome to my course on implementing deep search in TypeScript. We're going to be building an application from the ground up, winding our way through all the nasty little journeys that go into building a complex app. We're going to hit dead ends that don't work. We're going to experiment with things. We're going to end up with something pretty solid, but on the way we're going to learn what works and what doesn't in this space. We're going to be doing it with the Vercel AI SDK, with Next.js, with Postgres, with Drizzle, and these tools should either be very familiar to you already or will be very familiar to you by the time we finish. But what is it that we're actually building? What are we aiming for? Well, I got inspired to build this course based on this article on Gina.ai. It's a practical guide to implementing deep search/deep research. Deep research implementations are like everywhere right now. Google has deep research, OpenAI has deep research, Claude has research. And the process of deep research is you search a corpus of information like the web, let's say. You take all the information you've gathered, hundreds of sources, and you pull it all together into this huge, great big report. And while this is useful, obviously, I didn't think it was that widely applicable to many different projects. Deep search, though, is a much simpler primitive and can actually fit into lots of different systems. You take the user query, you then search the web, read the sources that you gather, and then reason whether you need to continue searching. And then finally, you produce a relatively concise answer to that user query. This acts as a guard against hallucinations. And in pretty much any AI application, you're going to be worried about controlling the AI, forcing it to rely on actual sources of information instead of its training data. So whereas deep research is very specialized to a certain type of UI, the concepts behind deep search can be applied to many different AI applications. We're going to be building a simple version of this first and then adding more complexity as we try to squeeze out more performance from our system. And along the way, we're going to be building a chat-based UI and hooking this up to it. Because, and I keep banging this drum, I really think the differentiator between good and great AI apps is not the AI itself, but the user experience. And so let's try to build a really awesome AI app that has as few hallucinations as possible and the best user experience we can possibly create.